Listen to this. People always contact me and they always ask me questions like, what does it take? What does it take to be great? What does it take to become somebody? What does it take to change your economical positioning? And I reply with a simple method: sacrifice, commitment, dedication, the willingness to understand that you are your worst enemy. A lot of people are so into themselves, they don't see that they're the reason why they can't get to where they want to be. Truth be told, you say to yourself every day, like, I know things I want. And I want these things so bad that I can see myself with these things, but yet and still, you don't want to put in the work for it. The Bible says faith without work is nothing. It's dead. But a lot of people have faith. They believe that they're going to change their positioning without the work. What does it take? It takes you willing to compromise who you were so you can become the new you. It takes a lot of different factors. But are you willing to do it? Is the question. I know people that read books every day on Rich Dad, Poor Dad and Think and Grow Rich and The Richest Man in Babylon, but they have no application. They can't apply it to their lives. So you can have all the beliefs and the understanding, but yet and still, where's the application? Where are you applying it? What does it take? When I was younger, I remember I used to play a game called That's My Car. That's my car. But the beliefs of That's My Car, I told myself, I can sit back and live in a delusional or unrealistic world. I can make it happen in reality. So my what does it take became more of an action opposed to my mouth. Anybody can say they want great things, but yet and still their actions don't say it. You know, your actions can speak things into existence 10 times more than your mouth. You could say you want to be the greatest man, the greatest woman in the world, but yet and still your actions don't say that. Your actions actually tell me that you're committed to being stuck in your ways. Your actions actually tell me that you do not want to do anything more than what you're doing. But yet and still, here goes the word entitlement. We're in a very entitled generation where a lot of people feel like things are supposed to be given to them. The world's supposed to feel sorry for me. It's complex. I'm special. Special. Special is acquired, and your rent and mortgage is due every day. And that's reality. To be special, you have to be willing to do what special people are willing to do. You can't say you're special and you laying on your behind every day talking about I'm gonna be great. I've met people along my journey that I've told what I want to do and how I want to do it and when I want to do it, but I also showed them by actions. But yet and still they stay back and watch it happen. Now they feel entitled to what I've created and what I've done. I made a lot of sacrifices with my actions. I never wanted myself to live in a false reality. And I feel like in 2021, heading into 2022, there's a lot of false realities. A lot of people are delusional. You know, there's a word that I feel like should be the most medically diagnosed term ever. And the word is, or the term rather is, insanity. Most people are misdiagnosed with insanity. And insanity is doing the same thing every day, but expecting different results. I've noticed that some of the most could be prominent people in the world haven't been diagnosed with insanity. They do the same thing every single day, but yet and still they want better results. That's insane, unrealistic. You know, but we're in a world now that if I tell you this, I'm either a hater or I'm a person that don't want to see you grow, or I'm your enemy. Me growing up, I was always told that the people that tell you the truth are the people that care about you. But society is so caught up in itself that now if you tell the truth, you're the worst person in the world. So we're deviating from truth. You know, the standard shouldn't have changed, or it shouldn't change. People that tell you the truth are the people that care. So again, As I was sitting with this particular guy, he told me multiple factors and multiple facets of what he's gonna do when he make his millions. So he went from the A to Z theory. The A is, I know I wanna be rich. The Z is how I'm gonna spend the money. So A is, I'm gonna be rich, or I want to be rich. The Z is how you're gonna spend the money. But where's the B, C, D, E, F, G, all the way to Z? There are steps, and a lot of steps was skipped along his term in his conversation. I said, bro, you went from A to Z. You skipped a lot of steps. I understand you want to be rich, okay, which is your A. I understand what you're going to do when you get the money, your Z. But how are you going to get to Z? Here's an analogy. You take 4 guys sitting in the car, no gas, no money. We're in the car. We know we want to drive from New York to California. We don't have the directions. We don't have the money. We don't have anything. So you know what happens with that person or those group of people sitting in that car? They just sit in the car, talking about what they're gonna do. See, here's the catch. Another analogy. People don't understand your plan is like a boat sitting in the middle of an ocean. And when your boat is sitting in the middle of the ocean, it has holes. And the holes in your boat is lack of funding, no plan, no team. These are the reasons why most plans fail. It sinks because of the fact that it's sitting in the middle of the ocean with holes in the boat. So your job is to plug your holes so therefore your boat or your plane could float. But most people don't plug the holes. So what happens is they deviate from the plan. So they start saying things like, oh, it wasn't meant for me to be this, and it was, but you never plugged the holes. That's why the plan sunk. Again, boat, holes, right? The boat being the plan. The holes being the reason for the plan to fail. But if you plug those holes, you'll notice that the boat will start floating rather than sinking. And now you'll see your plan float and come fruition. But a lot of people don't think about it from that analogy. They look at it like, I got what it takes. With your verbiage, your verbiage sounds amazing. Your vocab, your talk is amazing. But the actions don't exist. You know, you can't just rub your nose or snap your finger and instantly become successful. There's no such thing. What does it take? It takes sacrifice. It takes dedication. It takes commitment. It takes the willingness to lose time to become somebody. You know, when you watch these players in sports shooting threes and catching passes, you don't see the practice that goes into that. All you see is the games and how they produce on the field, but you don't see the time they put in to get to where they are. What does it take? It takes a lot of sacrifice to get to where you want to be. And that word, I tend to believe that people are inferior to that word. Sacrifice. Listen, I'm gonna go on record and say this. Without sacrifice, there's nothing. Without commitment, there's nothing. Without urgency, there's nothing. The same way I see a lot of people have urgencies to party, to go on trips and vacations, you gotta say to yourself, I want to quit being my old self so I can be the new me. What does it take? It takes you getting out your feelings and start getting in your bag. Don't let that go over your head. Like, subscribe, comment to the Empowered Dynasty movement. I appreciate everybody, and go follow me on Instagram at QTheBoss516. Like, subscribe, and comment. Peace.